What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Friday morning. Yeah, it's kind of gloomy, drizzling a little bit, so I figured I'd go live. How's everybody doing this morning? Doc Murdoch, Mr. Crowley and his drone, welcome in. DeMarco Moore, Gary, Brant Ariels, what is up? Anybody wants to come on, you are welcome to. Not sure how long I'll stay on, but let's see here. Angel, how are you doing? Here we go again. Yeah, I hear you. No, guys, I just was goofing off this morning, seeing what's going on. Let's see here. Can't post it. Not sure why it won't let me post the link here. Let's see here. Copy. Not giving me the option to post. I don't know. How's everybody doing? Angel, what's up? Gary, what's up? Mr. Crowley, Zach Key, good morning. How's everybody doing? Any flying today? Weather is still pretty nice. Handcuffs. I was trying to see why it won't let me post. George Kelly from Wisconsin. Welcome in. Guys, if you want to come on, I'll add you through Facebook. I'll put the link. For some reason, it's not letting me post here. Heading to New York soon. Sunny and cool day ahead. George Kelly, gotcha. Rob, what is up? How are you doing, Mr. Rob? Mr. Rob Calmata. Rob, I hope you got your, I see you was trying to do your remote ID. I saw you got it working, I believe, at the drone zone. Jody, drone shots. Jerry Bowell, what is up? If anybody wants to come on, let me know. I'll hit you up on Facebook and send you the link. DeMarco, I'm going to try it just with you just to see why it's not letting me post the link here. I don't know. Let's see if I can post it with Ray. Might be a mouse setting. I got this new mouse here, and evidently it's not letting me not let me post. Magic mouse isn't so magic, I guess. See if I can figure this out real quick. Yeah, Rob, good deal. Good deal. Yeah, it's pretty easy to do in the drone zone. Yeah, it's kind of a gloomy day. Guys, look, working on a Christmas tree back there. Just got it yesterday, so instead of throwing it up in the attic, I figured, hey, be just as easy to set it up since I threw my old tree away. Little world, welcome in. Guys, I'm gonna stop the camera for 1 second, see if I can get this mouse working here. I'm not sure why is it doing this? Why won't let me post the link? Let's see here. All right, let's see. There we go, guys. Anybody wants to hop on? Got the link. Jackrabbit, what's up? Nice video yesterday. Captain Joe, good morning. Robbie, welcome in. Robbie, hadn't seen you in a while there. Hope everything's good. Yeah, if anybody wants to pop in, you are welcome to. Jackrabbit even put up a video yesterday. Yeah, Scotty, I saw your little comment there. Your video is definitely, your video is too good for my show. Scotty, you know you can fly. You know you can fly, brother. Angel, yeah, you ain't been able to fly. What's that, weather? If anybody wants to come in, you are welcome to. See what's going on here. This beautiful Friday morning, not too far from Easter. Wow, Thanksgiving. It'll be Easter before you know it. Easter's right around the, I think Easter is the Sunday before the South Florida Drone Meetup, or is it the week after? I know it's close right there. Captain Joe, what are you doing, Joe? Hope you're feeling good. I did get some news. Well, I don't know if you guys saw it. Art Carlson, Art is home. He had a slight heart attack, and he is back home. So I messaged him last night. So yes, Art is back at the house watching YouTube. He's probably sleeping this morning though. Captain Joe's been throwing up some videos. He even got me doing a walk of shame there. I was out, we were flying the other day and flying under the benches. I don't know how you know those benches got those little angle crossbars under them. Well, my Avata didn't like the cross. It didn't have a problem going under the bench, but it did have a problem with the crossbar. Or at least my little battery holder that sticks up. It kind of catches a few things. Guys, I do want to tell you about the Fly for Fun show coming up. We got some this week. We got Eddie Nunez and Jeff Norman. The week after that will be the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. We'll just do some hey, call it Talk Turkey with Drones. We'll everybody can just tell us what they're preparing the next day for Thanksgiving, and you want to talk about drones? Absolutely. Talk about your channel, kind of a viewer video channel that night. Let's see, Gary, send it. Let's see. I don't have the chat popped out, Gary. I don't know if I can click that on. Gary, send it to me in my messenger, if you would, that link, and I'll be able to play it. I don't pop the chat out here, so I don't have a chance to. Let's see here. Yeah, Gary, send it to my messenger. Captain Joe, I heard you bounce in there, but don't see you. Facebook user, I'm not sure who that is. So what's everybody got planned? Hey, what's the big Christmas item? Guys, you got on your list. Watch the sales. Black Friday is happening. I know DJI's got some great prices on. I saw they had the Action. Is it the Action 3 reduced? Oh no, maybe the Action. I guess it's the Action 4. No, the 4 is a new one, huh? The Action 3 is reduced pretty good. I saw that yesterday. Jojo,
what's up?
Oh, I don't know. Just kind of drinking some coffee. I brought Laney to school and kind of drizzling a little bit. They called for a little rain today, which we definitely need. We need it. Time for Johnny Drone to get some carbon. Yeah. Hey, Scott, I did fly. Captain Joe ordered the sticks. And Joe, yeah, I told you. I really try to like you, Joe. But, you made me spend $195 yesterday. So. Actually, I had like $27 in DJI, what they called it, the bonus points or bonus money. So right. I ordered the sticks, and I did fly the same day we flew. Joe, my son-in-law, and I went out to the the rugby field back here, and I did fly with the sticks, and so I do want to try. I do want to learn acro. Because he was flying acro. I didn't fly in acro. I did just fly in sport and normal. But, he did release the springs on his controller, on the left stick. So trying to get the feel of that. But
yeah, it's got to make a difference.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me see if Gary sent. I think he sent this. All right. Let's see here. If I can share. Gary sent something to share. Let's see here. This is my brand new Mac here. I'm kind of right here. Let's see what this is.
We held the record for mastering the tallest stilts, a Guinness World Record, for over 20 years. And we're getting it back. This wasn't just about breaking a Guinness World Record. It was a challenge for people who live a challenge every day. Some people might think what we do is crazy. But when you look at the end result and what we're doing, helping other people, it should be inspirational for other people to go and reach those goals
Oh, wow.
and do those truly amazing things.
We'll be able to get our drones out the trees.
Today.
That'll work.
Huh?
That will work.
Man, 55 feet? I believe this is. Look at that. Ain't no way I would get it well with that cable. But wonder if he does sheetrock work. I don't know, where is this at, Gary? Gary said where this is at. Dave, welcome in. Brantford, Ontario, Canada. Gotcha.
You said sheetrock. He could do the roof.
You ain't lying. Because he's gonna have hell getting somebody handing it up to him.
He even says failure is positive. He says, let's fail forward. So this guy
Don't stand underneath him if he drops anything.
Well, yeah.
We're in the
Hey,
He said it's raining.
Hey, you can fly through the stills with the Advata, though.
Today is a testament to him and
You said it's raining a little.
Yeah, drizzling a little bit here.
Community, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I got to leave here about 10 o'clock. I got to go to Lake Charles.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a good, what's that, 3 hours for us, huh?
About 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm leaving early. The game's not till 7. Get to the stadium for about 4:30. That way I can park right there. And I'm hoping to catch a gap of the rain somewhere, like around a Chapalaya, and fly the drone out there.
Yeah, when we were coming back from spin up that time, Ken Hofbauer and I stopped right there at the Chapalaya right there at the boat ramp. Well, the rest area,
Right.
I think a little rest area right there. And we flew and ended up kind of flying out there. It was pretty nice. Got some pretty good pictures from that day.
Well, I'm hoping. If it's not raining, the 3's going up.
There you go. I put it up in the rain. Ain't gonna hurt it.
No, I'm not putting it in the rain.
You can
It's
buy
insured.
You can get you a real drone. Get the Air 3.
Yeah, okay.
Joe, hey, I'll be expecting that payment of that $200 pretty soon, though. Hey, Joe, you've been flying with the sticks a little bit. I know. How do you like it, or you haven't really?
I think I like the sticks better. I like the motion controller, and the second the video I did with let's see, it was the one flying around that digger. It was with the motion controller.
Oh yeah.
But in the beginning, I was flying with the sticks at the soccer field, and then I switched over to the motion controller, and I went around that digger pretty good and came back in and out of it a couple of times with the motion controller. So you could do it. I know with the sticks, you have a little bit more control. To me.
See, I don't. I mean, I guess well, Doc's in here, and Doc would. That's definitely. Well, he's not gonna argue with you. He's gonna tell you how it is. The sticks. I just the motion control I feel very comfortable with. But I know Matt, my son-in-law. I mean, for a little bit more freestyle stuff and all, you definitely, because he's doing some flips and stuff. And but yeah.
Well, I found that with the sticks, I definitely go faster because instead of just barely using my finger, I'm pushing it. So I'm actually probably going full speed more of the time than I would be with the motion controller.
Jonathan Jackson, welcome in. He says we walk on stilts without cables or tracks as part of island celebration. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, balancing on them had to be a huge challenge. Yeah, you're not lying, Jerry. I have trouble just walking sometimes, especially on. But No, it's fun. We'll have to get together, I guess, Joe, one day next week. I know you had to leave this morning, and it's kind of drizzling. I'm looking outside now, but
I mean, since I got out the hospital, I've worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 events. Going to be 10 a day.
raised thousands
it's-
for charity with challenge flight.
I had an option of going with a bunch of the families in an 18-passenger van, but I know that half of them in there are going to be drinking, and I don't know if the driver's going to be drinking.
Right.
Take my own car and just take my time.
Yeah, I hear you. I know when I drive to even the South Florida don't meet up, but Scotty stopped there in Tallahassee, and he takes his own, I take my own, and I know we went to spin up. We had Matty had his, Ken Harbaugh was by himself, I was by myself, but I don't know, I just like having my own car. Hey, it's kind of like the ball's in your court. You want to leave, you want to stop. I mean, it's just easier that way to me.
Well, I'll stop in Lafayette and get some boudin. Take
All
my
right,
time.
Doc, thanks for joining in, Doc. Got to get you on the show soon. I know you've been busy with the house and all. We'll get you back. I know the community misses you. I know you've been in the chats a little bit lately, but hey, Joe, I don't think you ever met Doc Murdoch.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, he's a walking encyclopedia. I can tell you that. Doc, he's Mr. FPV. He definitely was doing it when nobody else was doing it. And of course, he's a pilot, and he's still Doc. I guess you're still working on his plane. He's building a plane. So yeah, he's fun to hang out with. I know that. First year I went to South Florida Drone Meetup, I met him, and yeah, he's a great guy. So we'll get Doc on the show here pretty soon. Joe, looks like they said I-55 is back open a little bit, huh? Did you hear?
I haven't heard.
Yeah,
I haven't heard. Like I've been too busy. Like I said, I have barely watched the news lately.
Well, they had the wreck. Well, I saw something pop up on Facebook the other day, so I'm not sure. Yep, Jack Rob, Scotty. Yep, Doc is a great guy.
I think they opened one lane, maybe.
Yeah. I'll tell you how Doc is. Joe DeMarco broke. Oh, he forgot his. I think he forgot his charger maybe for his RC car when we were over and spin up. And Doc's got a truck, and when you open the back of it, well, you know how I remember going in the Radio Shack. Well, this is what the back of his truck looked like. So he put the charger together for DeMarco in about 5 minutes. So
wow.
John Flynn, welcome in. Guys, here's the link. If anybody wants to hop on. Just kind of goofing off this morning, seeing who was up and about. I know it's early, but hey, I get up early and look out for this amazing Flynn for Flynn Media. Yep, hey, John Flynn's been throwing up some really nice videos, I gotta say. Went on a little trip, got some great footage there. Yeah, Joe, I tell you, we were talking the other night on Fly for Fun Nevada because Joe was on, Joe Fablio and Joe Leone. Man, I tell you what, Nevada brought a lot of people together. You were kind of, I know you hadn't been in the community a real long time, but, a couple of years ago, it was kind of like I felt like it was getting, hey, the FPV guys against the camera guys. I mean, people were, of course, there was some true FPV flyers. I mean, Doc flies FPV, but he buys all stuff that he builds. But man, I think he actually bought an Evo 2 from DroneWorks when he was in Florida, that first South Florida drone meetup. So yeah, it's a great time. Ken Harbaugh, welcome in. Ken, what's up? But now it just seems with Avata and and I guess the Ready Build drones, hey, everybody's kind of learning, and there's more. I mean, there's so many more people involved in FPV, and I know I definitely enjoy Avata. I mean, I know I probably fly every day at some point in the afternoons. I might only sit out here on the porch, but hey, I'm getting a flight in, so I definitely enjoy it. Ray Kelly, what's up, Ray? How you doing? Hope you're back feeling better. And yeah, DeMarco said left my Charger, and Doc hooked me up. Well, yeah, that's the kind of guy Doc is. He probably could have built you a RC car real quick too, DeMarco. Now, I'm not sure if he could have built you something small enough where Al couldn't have hit it in that 40-acre field out there. DeMarco knows what I'm talking about. Okay, got a doc's appointment to see if I have a heart. There you go, John. Hey, I went yesterday for my yearly. Visit. Got all my test results back last night. Hey, everything seemed good, and all my levels were right in the center pretty much. I had one thing that he's going to want to maybe check in about 3 months, but hey, other than that, feel pretty good. Let's see. Got to run. Ray Kelly, good morning. DeMarco. Yeah, DeMarco's laughing. He knows. Man, I don't know. Hey, what is it with all these FSU guys up in here, Joe? We got Scotty and DeMarco. Man, they might have to be saving their money. They might be going to a national football championship game.
They're gonna be driving or flying.
Yeah, they Florida State is. I tell you what, they're right in the hunt for that national championship. Next few weeks in football, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, Joe, you should have come. Well, I don't know. Last night, Southeastern won the girls won the Southland Conference, won their 19th win in a row. So you should have come, took some pictures last night.
Yeah, I might have to come out there. Last night I had to do the Marine Corps ball for the junior ROTC. I shot their ceremony. Then I had to leave there and run over to the church because my son was getting confirmed.
Oh, okay.
So I had to go to both.
What's up, Scotty?
Scott.
Not much. How are you?
Oh, we just kind of hanging out. I was kind of after I brought Lainey to school, got back, made a cup of coffee, and it's drizzling a little bit. So I said, "What the hell? Let me see who's up and about this morning."
Well, I stayed up late because I was editing a video for the first time in a long time.
Well, I'm glad you finally put something up. I was going to talk about you on the Fly for Fun show, but you don't give me anything to talk about.
I actually do fly every now and then.
Okay, yeah, I know you're busy. Look, we tease DeMarco all the time, but look, when you're working and DeMarco, man, look with 3 kids and he's going to some kind of sporting event, probably 5 of the 7 nights, or days between practice, and so. But hey, flying is it's fun, but you also got to have the time to do it.
Tell John I was actually down there swimming. It wasn't a canal, but I was getting experience for the Olympics.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I was going to tell you. We fly at the beach there for the South Florida drone meetup. So if anybody happens to, lose a drone, I mean, you're ready, right?
Oh, I don't do that. That's Mark Fisher.
Yeah, but Mark, we won't let him back in Florida, so I'm not sure if that's going to work out.
Oh, I hope so. Isn't he supposed to come this time?
I think he is. He says he is going to try. I mean, he's busy, and and now, Scott, we talk about it all the time. When we first started, you've been in the community a while, man. There were hardly any meetups, and now there's 4 or 5 across the U.S., or maybe more than that. I know, in Texas, they always get together. And, of course, over in Florida, Al and them do a little flying. But New York, Ray and them are getting together. And, of course, you got Minefield. We had Spin Up, the South Florida drone meetup. I know Michael and Sergio and Troy and them had that thing up in Wisconsin. The FPV Palooza, and they're doing it again at some point. I know Bob Dempsey and Tom Dowling are definitely looking into a Las Vegas meetup now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and so is Sean Oz too, I think. So
yeah,
I think.
Yeah, Sean wants to do like a spin down. They would call it a spin. I don't know, but so that's it's you almost have to kind of pick and choose now. I hate to say that, but it's not that it's not that you like anybody any better, but
it costs money to go.
Yeah, and I know, and I think Spin Up, I think it got hurt because of the hotel prices, or at least it scared people.
Yeah, I mean that's one I definitely had to make a choice about. You can't You know, I had gone to South Florida drone meetup. I went to Minefield, and then going to Italy. It just there was no way. So
Yeah, we don't want Mrs. Rabbit to be hitting on the head.
yeah, yeah. She went with me to spin up the first time. So and it. I shouldn't say this, but it cramped my style a little bit because you guys were flying, and I was having to go eat barbecue, which is good. But then we had to go do this event and that event.
Well, it's not so much about the flying, but just man, even at the squadron meeting up, staying at the hotel, and
it's hanging out with everyone. That's what's so fun about it. And the
I mean,
drones.
I will say that there was a lot of flying the last couple South Florida drone meetups. I mean, now that we at least know each other, a lot of us, and even at the meetup there was a lot of flying going on. Yeah, Ken said he met you at Spin Up.
Yep, that's exactly right. Scared the crap out of me too. He told me, he says, "Hey, I know how to fly a line of sight, but I can't fly with goggles." I said, "That's nuts. You're kidding me." So I said, "Well, do you want to fly my drone?" And he said, "Yeah, but you'll have to wear the goggles." So I'm wearing the goggles that he's flying, and he's doing it line of sight. He said, but the way he does it, all he could do is go out, and then he went reverse. Well, when you put those goggles on, it's like, man, this thing's coming in, and I thought he was fixing to hit us. I said, Ken, I turn around, start running, and he's just laughing because he can see it and knows right where it's at. So
that's a real version of.
Oh my gosh, he scared the crap out of me.
Right, yeah. So, and that's hard to do. Just flying. I know.
Oh yeah, but he can do it.
Lena, my little granddaughter, was out there watching me fly the Avata, but she wanted to see through the goggles. So I put the goggles on her, and then, I just kind of hovered and went. But it's kind of hard to fly without the goggles,
Yeah, Ken and I went flying after that down Gainesville area and stuff, and
morning.
Yeah. By that time, he had his own drone. He was flying in the goggles and flying circles left and right, Rod.
Yeah. I'll go back and I'll do it the other way around next time.
No, look, I already know, but it's funny. You commented on me. Oh, you flew left all the time, and when you don't think about it, you do kind of naturally fall in it. But I know how to fly right and left, but
yeah,
you naturally just go that way. I don't know why. I guess.
Why is it? Yeah, if you're right-handed and all, even with the Avata, I feel more comfortable on the left than I do to the right, even with the controller.
I think it's just the way the mind's set up, and that's why you're dominant right-handed. So, but you go left. So.
Yeah, probably the other part of that is where we were sitting. If I'd have gone to the left, I'd have gone down to the long end and been flying at the trees, sort of the farthest distance away from us, kind of where we were doing the pattern. So that's probably why I was going to the right, because I went to the trees and I was closer. So obviously probably wouldn't lose control. Anyway, it was just
it's actually
that area
good.
and that setup was.
It's actually good that you're doing that, because you are training your brain to do it both ways, even if that's not your natural way. So love my drones. Ed used to always get on people. I know it wasn't him. It was it was Carlos.
Conversation.
Carlos is the one that always said, "Hey, you got to go right," and he used to harass everybody about that. So
yeah, if you watch that video, you'll notice I did the rolls both ways.
So was Ken with you on that event?
Yeah,
Okay.
He was with me.
I didn't realize that.
So. Yeah, Rod, I hear you're Mr. FPV now.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, he did that screenshot he's got back here in the back with that FPV.
No, not that one. That's the Lighthouse.
That's a dang good pilot that does that.
Yeah, no lie.
Hey Joe,
Actually,
are you going to the South
better
Florida
to
drone
fly.
meetup? I kind of I didn't hear that conversation. Did you say you were going?
Me?
No, I know you're going.
I'm on the list.
Okay, good.
I'm number 31 on the list.
Hey, he's coming. That some bitch ain't getting out of it.
I'm coming. I just haven't told Ray yet. I'm waiting until they get into the 100s. I want my number to be above 100.
Well, hey, for enough money, we'll give you 107.
107?
Doesn't Barkley want that one?
Yeah. But he said enough money.
You got to have enough money.
You got to buy that number.
We have to have the hot rod version of the FPV Jensen Beach edition FPV carbon fiber or something, you know.
So the good news is, Scotty, I managed to get my Laiwu Cine Race 20 finished it yesterday. Started the day before, but basically I got through the ELRS and the beta flight setup on that drone and got it working. So not
So
bad.
have you flown it yet?
Hovered it. Haven't had time to
Right.
go do other things.
And Johnny, if you don't mind, send that rain our way because we sure need it.
Well, I'm not sure about y'all, but of course, they act like we were going to get a little more. But we're going to get some. I mean, it says tonight. Actually,
We got some coming in.
they saying got a little. Might get some Monday and Tuesday, but I mean, hey, it's been a while since it's rained. I tell you what, I don't know. Even since I guess since we planted this sod back in, when did we move in? Around April. I don't know if it's rained on this side 7-8 times, maybe. I don't even know if it's rained that many, you know. So let's see. Ray Kelly, good morning, Mike. Were you able to book a room? Yeah, I think you know, and interesting. I think Ray said that some people said that they were full, but they still are booking a few rooms. So I'm not sure if you haven't booked a room.
Well, I still hadn't 100% committed, and I definitely don't have a room. So
We'll throw you in, and my son-in-law's probably coming, Scott. But you'd be welcome to crash with us too, or whatever. We'll stand you up in a closet or something.
I'm a Marriott guy, and I have Marriott points, so I'll probably stay at there's a courtyard just across that bridge.
No, you got to stay with us, Rod.
man, Rod, I'm telling you, whatever sacrifice you have to make to stay there, it is well worth it because
No, I need to stick around for Sunday for the FPV flying this year.
yeah, definitely.
I mean, because if you don't stay at that hotel, you're gonna get talked about. I'm gonna tell you right now. You better be there.
Okay.
I mean, we take over that lobby and take over the parking lot and take over. I mean, you go upstairs and it's quiet. You know, if you need to go rest or whatever, you know, there's no noise up there. You don't have. I know everybody acts like kids, but they don't run up and down the hallways.
I wonder if Amazon still has that deal going on. They had the Avata Explorer down to $899.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh, really?
Yesterday, I thought it was.
I saw they had the goggles reduced, and I was like,
but I didn't see it. But
Yeah, they had the Explorer. They had both kits on sale. The Explorer, which is the Integras, was like $899, and the other one was right at $1,000.
Kent asked if you launched last night
Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
because I was fixed to say if you did.
Hey, Ken, I'm still taking Benadryl from the ants eating my foot.
You're kidding me.
No, when we went flying, he's like, "Hey, look out for the anthill." And I was mucking around with something, started walking around, and ended up standing right in the middle of the anthill.
Are you allergic to them?
I got the blisters. Other than that, it's okay.
Yeah, I used to get the blisters. So
Yeah, exactly. I got the blisters, but it's just a pain.
are you flying a Vada now in Acro, or did you
Have not done the Avata yet in Acro. I have the controller. I've had the controller for a long time. I just always flew it with the motion controller, just simply because Dobo and Billy always whined about the motion controller. So it's like, fine, I'm going to do this because they're saying it's lousy.
No, it's
Just to see what it's like.
John Coopy. Welcome in. I'm not saying I can really do pretty good with a motion 2 controller. I can. I mean, the sticks. That's going to be a whole nother story.
I can fly the hell out of that thing with the motion controller. I mean, you saw that video that I did for B-Back, right?
Yep.
Although he cut me off because I went too long. Oh, come on. He edited that other video to make sure that he hit the 1.5 minutes.
I mean,
he just cut mine off at the end.
All he had to do was take a couple seconds. I think you went like 1 minute and 2 or something, you know?
I went
Well,
like
it
2
was rigged.
minutes.
It was rigged.
2 minutes and something. But I was ripping on that thing. And that was in sports mode. Everybody else did that in normal. It was flying in normal mode. I'm like fearless with that Avata.
all right, don't you have the POS too?
No, I don't. I've thought about getting it though.
If you like flying buses.
Yeah.
Howdy, now I kind of thought about it, but that drone is coming up on 3 years, or maybe even a long,
Yeah,
long.
yeah, and that, they
don't
may
know.
come out with a new one too.
don't
So
know.
The new one is coming, right? They got the Avanaut.
I don't know if I'd want to start buying batteries for the FPV. I mean, and all,
I fly FPV carbon, and I bought the POS only because it was Drone Bum's drone. That's the only reason I bought it. But I'm kind of glad I got it because now I can compare. And I call it the bus, and I swear that thing is heavy. It's like you can't turn like I mean, once you get into the carbon fiber, you can turn on a dime. You can. I heard Joe, I think it was on your show the other night, talking about the camera angle, and he's exactly right. Wherever you put that camera angle is how fast you go. And, if you feel like you're going too fast, just turn that camera angle down, and then you'll kind of naturally go slower. So
Gotcha. Yeah, it makes sense. I never really thought about it like that, I guess.
What happens is most of us find a sweet spot that we like, and we put it there and then don't even mess with it.
Yeah,
anymore,
it's a speed that you kind of like to fly at.
Yeah.
I put it in the chat. 889 for the Explorer right now. Hell, it's worth it just to get the Integra goggles. That's why I thought about doing it. And so that I'd have a backup for the Avata in case I break it again.
That is the Avata Explorer. That's buying the Avata and the kit, basically.
Yeah, that's the kit.
Drone Life broke one of the antennas on my POS a while.
So you do fly the Avata and the FPV now. So how's that compare? I'm sure the FPV is more limited.
I haven't done manual mode FPV on the Avata yet.
Well, what about weight wise? That's what I'm curious about.
So that's going to be it's going to be heavy in the turns, right? It's going to drift a lot because it's like 400. Right. It's like 450 some grams. So I mean, it's the weight. It's the weight of like a 6 or 7 inch drone.
Mine is, I think that, but it's got the motors on it to turn that sucker.
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, I like the weight because now you can sling it, and you sling it and cut the motor.
Rod, are you flying with the Integra goggles?
No, the goggles too.
Oh, okay.
Because with my eyesight being so crappy, and I got it because I bought the Avata the day that it came out, kind of thing.
No.
But I really like them because I can, I don't have to worry about popping them on and off like the Integras to change the prescription on it. Kind of thing.
Hey Joe, you need to order a bind and fly so we can fly with the Integra.
And Ken's right. I only crashed one time that day, and I wouldn't even call it a crash. I had turned and I was flying back at us, and I just kind of slowly came down because I was trying to look at something in the goggles because I can't always see on the left hand side. So I was like trying to adjust them, and the drone just kind of slowly came, and I just slowly flew it into the ground. It wasn't even a hard hit. It was almost like a baseball guy sliding into home plate. It's kind of how it came down.
There's no such thing as a soft crash and a hard crash. A crash is a crash.
Yeah, no doubt. It was kind of a.
There's a controlled crash.
It was a controlled.
There you go. That's a good word.
It was very controlled crash. It was kind of a controlled, fast landing.
He said DJI FPV is cool for some range flying and just horrible for freestyle. Well, hey John, yeah, you're probably right, but hey, I tell you what, if you see Joe Fodolio and Max and a couple of guys whip that big ass drone around, it's kind of crazy because it definitely is heavy,
So
yeah, you get the feel for it. I mean, you find out, okay, this thing's heavier, so it won't turn as fast. So you compensate for it. Again, you train your brain, and all of a sudden now your brain says, oh, okay, we got this heavy thing. So, again, it's like riding a bicycle. You get on your bicycle and it feels great. You get on somebody else's bicycle, it feels a little weird. But after you ride it just a little bit,
it's like driving a car, right? You drive Chevys every day, and then you go get a rental car that's a Ford. It feels different. So
yeah. Exactly.
And this has always been my complaint about the people that go, "Oh, this drone don't fly like DJI," and I'm like, doesn't mean that it still doesn't fly well. It just doesn't feel like you normally have. It's not necessarily a good or a bad thing, and they're all adjustable.
So what's your limit? What's your limitations on the goggles 2 versus Integra? because I don't have any O3s, and I'd like to have a new set of goggles, and I've thought about buying the Avata just to get the goggles.
If you're gonna use the goggles for FPV, then it really doesn't matter between Integra and goggles 2. In fact, I'd almost tell you get the goggles 2 because it has the replaceable batteries, so you can have multiple batteries and
Right.
fly all freaking day instead of have to charge it back up.
Yeah, John Coopy's agreeing with me about the flying the bus.
So, I was looking at one.
A potato, yeah.
You know what the bad part, Johnny, is about the FPV drones? They're less expensive, so you want to keep buying them.
I think you have to have 2 and then 3 to be comfortable. At least 2.
I got 3. I got 3. So
Dusty, welcome in.
Yeah, well, I got 8.
I'm looking at a 4th one, but the ironic part of it is what I'm really looking for is a smaller one, and I found another O3 that's even smaller. It's a 75.
Here we go. No, they're gonna be selling all those camera drones.
Do you see that one there hanging on my door? I mean, I got the door open now, but that is actually a 7-inch, and it's been hanging there for a while. And I was like, man, I need to get that thing back out and go fly it. It's the bigger the drone, a little bit more space what you need. So
Dusty,
the 3,
welcome in. Dusty, welcome in, Dusty.
the 3 and 3.5 inch drones are just as fun to fly because now you can fly in tighter areas. And
All right, Scott, I'm gonna ask you and I'm gonna ask Roz. Simulator or no simulator?
Simulator.
no simulator.
See, I would have to agree. I have to agree with Scott. I cannot do the simulator.
I did try the simulator a little bit. I didn't. Maybe the only thing I got out of the simulator is I had where all you had to do is fly down and go around a gate, and I couldn't believe how hard that was. And I did do that enough times that I got where I could turn it around, and that was it. And I was like, man, this thing's not worth it to me. But you know what? I didn't go out there and fly like Rod did. I mean, I went out there and crashed. I went out there and flew like B-Mac. Is B-Mac in here? He's not in here, is he?
Yeah, and that's the difference. You're going to crash. Here's what I'll tell you, Johnny. And it took me till about day 3 in the simulator to finally get my thumbs coordinated. You just have to get the feel for how to do the terms and get coordinated.
Memory muscle.
It's not, unlike the camera drone. Basically, in a camera drone, everything is one stick at a time, kind of thing. You're not really doing a lot of. You do not have to do 2-stick maneuvers, right? On FPV, everything is 2-stick maneuvers.
Yeah.
So you really got to get your thumb sort of how those maneuvers are, and that left.
You pinch.
Yeah. Okay. We can have a battle about that too.
Yeah, we were on a live stream, and I don't remember who, but there was a female on there. I said, "No, I like to pinch."
Hey, we talking about drone flying, or we talking about?
I basically have the Zorro, which is basically an Xbox controller.
Yeah, well, see, I wasn't as big of a gamer, so I didn't necessarily.
So as a gamer, that is way more comfortable. And as you saw,
I really haven't paid attention. You know, a lot of people talk about modified thumbers, where they actually put their thumbs up there and then use these fingers.
Yeah.
And I could possibly do that. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I pinch all the time. It's funny because you don't even think about it. You just go do it. But
Scotty,
I'm pretty sure I'm a pincher.
Scotty, how do you fly the camera drone? Do you thumb or do you?
Well, if you even go look at my video, you'll see, oh, crap. You know, there's something, and I swing it around like it's, and I didn't realize that I had it in sports mode. So in the beginning, I was like, oh, shoot, I should have had it in cinematic, but it is a little kind of jerky. But guess what? FPV mode flipped in, and it's like, I'm glad I was out there where there was nothing going on, because birds get me. I see a bird go by, oh, man, let me go see that, and I'll swing around and try to catch it. Well, I had a blue heron fly up. He was on a holding pond, and I went out to go fly over the holding pond, and that sucker took off. I said, oh, a blue heron, let me catch him. Well, I was underneath him because he already jumped up.
Look at Koopy's comment.
Yeah. So,
Man, hey, if Koopy, hey, I want to fly like Koopy, so I'm gonna use my thumbs.
yeah, but are you a gamer?
Yeah, I play Monopoly and
Then you better pinch.
no. Yeah, I'm dumb.
But anyway, that blue heron got up above me, and I corkscrewed right down into the holding pond. That's why I got my second drone. Because actually, I got my third drone. Because I would fly a lot harder and faster as long as I had two drones. Well, now one of them was in a 10-foot deep holding pond. And so crap, and I thought what I'll do is just wait for the holding pond to drain down and then go get my drone. Well, when I looked and saw it was going to take 6 months, a week later I was out there swimming in the holding pond getting my drone.
Uh-oh, hey, don't say anything. He's here.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
So, Johnny, the one thing I will say, since I've done the FPV, when I'm flying the camera drones, the one thing that I noticed that I do far better and far easier is not nearly as jerky. Although I've been flying them so long, I'm not jerky anyways. But I feel a lot better about just being able to naturally get smooth movements, because on the FPV you learn to do little micro adjustments as you're flying. So it's not nearly as bad on the camera drone to sort of be slow on the sticks
Right.
and not be.
Yeah, Joe Fodolio brought that up the other night. That was a good point. I will definitely, even with the Avata using the Motion 2 controller, as I find myself flying, I'm actually sitting there thinking I want to turn a little slower, and so that will relate over to you, because I will say FPV. I mean, to me now, that even flying the Avata, it will definitely make you a better camera guy drone.
It will make you a better camera guy. I would agree 100% with that comment.
All right, work calls me. I got to go. See
All
you
right,
guys
Scott,
later.
thanks for hopping in.
Yes,
Yep. Bye.
But I think a lot of people I never really thought about that, because I've always flown camera drones. And I did have the little tiny Hawk, and I was able to fly a little half-ass, but it never really caught on like some people.
I have that Tiny Hawk 3, and I've gone back since I've started doing all of this and gone back and tried to fly that silly thing again. I really don't. That thing's kind of jumpy all over the place. And maybe it's just because it's a 1S, and so you have battery sag, so it's so bloody inconsistent that it makes it a hell of a lot more challenging to fly.
Yeah, and I think maybe my controller, I don't even know what I had, the little jumper T-Lite. I don't know if it was ever really tweaked really good, and I don't know. I just never did. I'm like you, it jumped all over it, man. When it took off, it just it was me. I didn't put the stick time in. I think I like a lot of people, and of course we got a bunch of people in here now, but it's kind of like you get your feelings hurt a little bit, because man, you say, man, I can fly a camera drone, but I can't fly this damn thing. And it's not so much about just because you can fly a camera drone. I mean, you ain't gonna just. I mean, I know you think literally, well, I'm just gonna get this drone and I'm gonna take off an acro, but it's not that easy.
Yeah, I like watching some of the videos where they have their sticks up on the screen, kind of thing, so you can see what they're doing when they do the maneuvers.
Yeah.
So that kind of starts sinking in. Oh, if I need to go left, then I need to do this. If I need to go right, I need to do this. If I need to roll, I need to do this, kind of thing. You would think, and Ken Place here taught me this one, and it made my rolls better, what you saw in the video. You would think if you're rolling that you would just use the left right stick to roll it, right? And you can, depending on what your rates are. But literally, if you're rolling to the right, you take your thumbs and you go out. If you do the reverse, it'll roll smoother and you'll kind of stay on target. And if you're going to roll to the left, then you do both thumbs in. So it's kind of the thumbs are in or out to do the roll kind of thing.
Right.
That's not right. I didn't hear a thing you said. So
yeah, yeah.
I got to go, guys. So y'all have a great day.
Yep, you too.
All right, bye.
What was this with Rod right here?
So this was my Baby Hawk, which actually I'm in conversations with Emax and I may get them to replace it. It appears that there's something wrong with my air unit or the wires connected to the air unit. I've been talking to Maddie. He and I chatted yesterday trying to diagnose it a bit, and it's wired correctly to the flight controller. But there's Ken's truck. He's the silver one. I'm the black one, and Ken's
Yeah.
sitting right
I
there.
see Ken's truck down there.
So, you know, it was great as a first day of flying FPV, just to like buzz around, be able to turn around.
Hey, you been in the simulator up to
I've been in the simulator for like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, I got it.
So again, it's about learning the basic muscle movement. Eventually, you'll see that I actually start flying through the middle of those two sets of pallets. I was using that as sort of a pivot point, sort of treating it like, hey, that's a tree, let me fly around it, kind of thing. And that's probably the other reason.
Pretty good,
So there
right?
you go. And we were having, let's just say we were having an interesting time with the wind that day. So you see me come back this way, and you'll kind of notice that the drone goes a little faster this way, and then when I do the turn, it almost hovers. The wind was blowing pretty hefty,
Yeah.
and so you get down here onto this end, and
You
you
went to the right
turn.
right there, look.
Yeah. I know he's right. I was doing all right. It's because I just kind of kept doing that same pattern. I could go left. I intentionally do that in the simulator. I make sure I go both ways. All the time. I'll do patterns of, okay, I go right, and then I'll go back and I'll do patterns. Okay, I'm going left everywhere. Yeah, that one, I didn't quite get that one quite right. Again, I haven't done anything like pin tooting or anything like that, trying to get the drone just right kind of thing. I'm trying to keep it in the air.
No, hey, you know what? It's really fun, and I know once you do it, I know Rod, you a big camera guy. And I'm not sure I've ever heard you say I never fly FPV, but you know, once you get it, it's definitely fun.
In the beginning, I think I told everybody, "Oh, here you go. There, I went left.
Yeah, I see.
Bring Scotty back. I went left. Damn it." But you can see I went right. I went right through the middle there, right, which was what my target was. So I've learned to get the drone kind of doing what I wanted to do for the most part. And then I think this is the spin that coming up that Ken was like, holy crap, that was fast.
There you go.
Yeah, that one. That spin. That was like, whoop. But I did it pretty well and still got back into the turn, right? So
Absolutely. Hey, you know what? Hey, that's pretty damn good. I mean,
for day one of flying FPV, that was not bad.
It's a NASCAR flight. Where's it at?
Yeah.
No, but hey, you know what it is, and even like when I flew with the sticks the other day out of the, just getting that drone to go, and of course, good thing about the Avata, once you stop, if you just stop, it just hovers.
Right.
So it is teaching you the sticks a little bit. So because Matt's his is definitely not the Joe. You never took your spring off your left stick, right?
I did not.
Not yet. Yeah. So you still learning those sticks is what it's all about. And stick time. I know, I will be.
That's why the simulator.
I didn't put the stick time in. So, but
2 weeks in the simulator, and you see how I was able to fly around that day for the first time.
Yeah.
So that's my answer to your
Are you
question.
using liftoff?
Yeah, liftoff.
I got liftoff. That's what I was. I had tried when I was doing the Tiny Hawk and stuff.
I tried starting with DRL, and they have a little training mode thing in there to sort of teach you the basic movements kind of stuff. Kind of lame. The drone never felt like a real drone, so it felt odd. And then they take you through, and then they get to this section where, hey, you got to go fly squares, and all of a sudden, the drone characteristics completely changed, and I couldn't get through that part, and I kind of gave it up.
Right.
Just getting in the liftoff and not sort of the problem with DRL is set up for racing. It's really, hey, you're going to go fly through these and and fly an exact path, not just fly around and do whatever you want to just kind of learn the thing. Where liftoff, you can just kind of
Rob,
free fly.
interesting. The last couple, I'll say couple years, maybe even in the last year, since the Avata come out, even people who have the home builds and all, they're doing more slower flights and more, the Avata kind of slowed things down a little bit. For a while there was everything 100 miles an hour and ripping. And
yeah.
So, and I think that's it's a new way to, I say it's not a new way. John Coopy has really kind of been doing that. John's kind of always did that. I don't know if you look back on some of his videos, he always kind of, although he can rip and roll and all that stuff.
Slow cinematic around things is a blast.
It is.
I mean, you fly your Avata that way, right? With the stick
absolutely.
or with the joystick. That's the way. It's fun. It's just bloody fun.
It is. So, and you can fly. Hey, you can put the Air 3 and with the Mini 3 Pro. You can fly it with the motion controller with the goggles.
And I have done that. And the interesting, when I did that with the Mavic 3 Pro, the part that I found the most interesting was doing turns, right? Because with the Avata, you could jerk that thing and that thing will, right? It'll really bank. You do that on the Mavic 3 Pro, it still flies like a Mavic 3 Pro.
All right.
It's like flying a 747. It's just not going to be very maneuverable.
Well,
like the Avata.
You know what? I think Joe. I know Joe. I don't know if we flown it. Have we tried it? I think we tried it one time, huh? Out of the lighthouse, or did we?
You should do it.
What did we do?
With the motion controller, the goggles. Did we fly the Mavic 3 or I think I flew my Air?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I've never flown a Mavic 3 with it.
Yeah,
you will find that you can get much closer to things like you can with the Avata flying that way. And the other piece of it is, what's the number one thing as a camera drone? You're trying to be smooth, right?
Mm-hmm.
That freaking motion controller makes you smooth because it's basically fly-by-wire. So even if you're kind of doing this thing, it's still going to be relatively smooth in what you're doing because it's not reacting to every little micro adjustment kind of thing.
I have a Gap Tiny Ego that I can't get it. I guess he means off the ground. I want to learn to fly. Yeah, and sometimes those I know, like the little Tiny Hawk and all. Some people say it's better to learn on something a little bit bigger.
More power. That I would agree with. The FPV drones are more controllable with more power at higher speed. You'll find that you can get it to do the things. The smaller ones with less power require much finer control on the sticks.
Although if you watch Rodney Bell and his progression, I think he just did everything on a little Tiny Hawk 2, I believe. Yeah.
He started on that. He's kind of my inspiration for where I want to be with my tricks as far as turning. I've been watching, I watch his videos and what he does, and other than the power loops, I can probably do everything he does at the moment. Which I feel pretty good about.
He just got out there, and I think I don't know if he did any sim. I know he got out there in that church parking lot, and he just
he flew the little tiny hawk a lot.
Ken, I did. Well, I got it coming. I mean, I do have my jumper T Light, but I'm gonna fly with the DJI TV.
And I think that may be something that actually screws people up, right? You buy the little Tiny Hawk ready to fly kit. It comes with its own little thing. It comes with its own controller. That's probably not the controller you're going to use when you actually try to fly a good one. So my advice is use the sim and get the controller that you think you're going to use to fly whatever drones you think you're going to do. Right now, Express ELRS.
Actually, Ken, I mean, Hot Rod and McKenzie in here. I don't know if Koopy's in here too. Is Avata in the sim or?
I didn't look for that one specifically. There are guys that, because you could build your own drone in the sim, right? So I'm sure you can do a search on Steam to find it. Somebody's probably put the Avata together, the specs for the Avata together, so that you can import that drone in, and so that you're essentially flying the Avata.
Right.
So I've done the same thing with two of my drones. I imported the GepRC Cinelog 20, and I imported the Emax Baby Hawk, both of them, into the sim. I found them on Steam, and that's probably why I fly the real one so well, because I'm flying basically the same ones in the sim, and it
East
has
Coast,
the same feel.
Accra, Guyana, West Africa. Wow. Well, but Rod is correct. There you go. Michael Blade. Yeah, Rodney has come, Michael. He really has. And, I think he just got out there and kind of taught himself. And I mean,
Yeah, Rodney's doing great.
He does.
The way he flies in those videos, what's to complain about, right? I mean, they look great. They look great. It's fun to watch.
Hey,
What
Joe,
more could you ask for?
Joe, when we go back to that park, I want to fly you Avata in manual mode.
Okay.
As I
tell
keep
you, I was
telling,
looking.
Huh?
Go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say Mikey, up there in Chicago.
Yeah.
He's a flippy floppy kind of guy, right? And he goes crazy in the Sims, and I'm just like, man, I'm never gonna fly FPV that way. I'm just that's not my thing.
Yeah, I understand that, and it looks cool, but I don't know.
I agreed. There's guys that do motorbikes and fly them 100 feet in the air at the X Games, right? I would never ride a bike that way.
No. Yeah. I mean, and that's what makes, hey, you can fly your camera drones like you want.
Yeah.
You can fly your FPV drones like you want. And hey, people, that's pretty cool that they can do that. But like I said, I think the trend lately is, hey, just fly, take it a little bit easier and get some great shots. I mean, it's a whole nother perspective than a camera drone, and you can get closer and even just going around buildings and going around the lighthouse, Joe, would be a great thing to, of course, go around and, get a
Right.
get an orbit. Like you say, Rod said, you can get closer, so.
Go in that door and go up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. See how long that lasts.
We can go through that tugboat that we always fly at,
Now, I tell you, I was looking at the video we did on Sunday, and when we were flying around that building, remember I told you I wouldn't go in the building because it acted funny? I looked at that video about 5 good times, all the gaps that we could have gone through that building. And I'm really mad I didn't do it.
Well, we go back. It's not but 15 minutes from each of our house. So
now,
Right.
one piece of advice, if you're doing that with the Avata, one thing that you want to change is change your return to home to hover.
Hover, yeah.
Hover.
So that if you do lose connection, the thing isn't going to try to go 200 feet up and crash into something. So
yeah, Angel
change it to hover.
Yeah, the Avata is a whoop. It is for smooth videos, not really for flips. I mean, the people who fly it, even my son-in-law, because he has a one he built, and he said, man, this thing is a lot less powerful than of course the big drones that they build. So.
Yeah, what stopped me going through it was when I went through that back area and I went under that metal. And when I was coming out of that metal, the drone just acted funny and started to do like a spin, like the metal affected it. And then when I was looking back at it, that's what I was thinking, because it happened to me at Fontainebleau Park when I went through a metal structure. It jerked back to the right and hit the structure, and I know I didn't do that. But if you look at that video, when I came out of that, there was another excavator sitting over there on the side of the white one. If I would have seen that one, I wasn't paying attention looking that way. I was worried about where I was flying. If I would have looked that way and seen that, we had another one we could have went through. It was a little bit smaller, but we had a big enough gap.
Yeah, well.
I saw so much I missed that I could have gone through.
Yeah, so my goal for my FPV, Johnny, was to be able to fly decent by the South Florida drone meetup. I really want. I may end up with that little 75 millimeter little whoop. I really want a little one, and I'll tell you where I got the inspiration for liking the little drones. Carlos loves the little drones and just bopping around things, and he's not wrong. It's fun to do.
Well, I think I kind of like you. Yeah, that would be cool. You even in a parking lot, or even just flying. I mean, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to fly out there. So
Yeah, I saw one guy when I was looking at that newbie drone. I think it was the newbie drone. I found a YouTube video. It's a place that you would fly, the football field, but he was flying through the stands.
Yeah.
He was literally between. He was down on the bottom, or he went under the stands and went through all the pipes with this itty bitty little drone, just flying through all that stuff. So going over to the school and flying around the stadium, through all that stuff, it'd be a blast.
Well, it's fun. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end this. I'm going to get over to the cemetery this morning, check on things. It looks like it kind of stopped drizzling, so I'm going to ride the golf cart over there. Rod, thanks for hopping in. And
yeah, no worries.
Congratulations on your FPV flying there. I know it was fun. And
I get to share an interesting experience with the community,
absolutely.
right?
Joe, I'll talk to you during the week. Be careful tonight on the road. I know you got a little 3-hour trip. And
got a 3-hour trip both ways, and it's supposed to be raining both ways. And right now, I was looking at the weather, and we're pretty clear all the way through, so I might get to fly.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about fog on the way back.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes.
I think it's one more night of fog. It looked like so.
As many accidents as you guys have had over there with the fog.
Well, I ought to be back before midnight, so that ought to be okay.
Right. All right, guys. Y'all have a great Friday. It's Friday. Yeah, weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Go. So I'll talk to y'all. See you
Have a
Sunday
great weekend.
morning, Jones and Coffee.
Later, guys.